Jessica just looked at me with almost desperation on her face, saying, I need to poop, where do I go? Beside us is the avocado orchard, which you're not gonna go poop in someone's avocado orchard unless you really don't like them. So where do you go in this place as this continues to be a rolling Go Ruffly theme? See those two hillocks right there? Those little like big bushes? You go in between them. You get coverage on two sides at least.
My home's only for the night, waking up in different places, and I stopped running from my life, and all the pieces found their places. My heart is home with you.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Go Ruffly Around the World.
Is this not the most beautiful, bucolic scene ever? It is amazing that we would get any work done here, except that it's scorching hot during the day, and so...
And it's very humid. Last night it rained, and everything just stays very green and moist here.
So this calm, cool, collected appearance will last almost no time at all, and I'm sure by the time we finish the recording of
we'll
these
be
2
going
minutes,
back into the air conditioning just like Whimsy's been doing.
But it is gorgeous here on the beach in Nicaragua.
Not
but that's
really
to
on
come.
the beach. You're saying we're on the beach? There's no beach here.
There's no, not
we're like
specifically.
15 minutes from the beach.
I did actually run to the beach, and it was a full run to get there. So beachfront this is not, and yet it's gorgeous. Mostly all you need is a gorgeous place to just sit and look out at your motorcycles while you sip on a whiskey and a cigar. So in the last episode, we camped in an avocado field.
Beside the avocado orchard.
Right, because it was technically off limits, and
Yeah.
technically we had no approval or permission to be anywhere in there, except for a neighbor who was like, yeah, why not? So we did that, and it worked out well. So ask forgiveness, not permission, really is the lesson there, in pretty much all things, or at least only in camping. And then in this episode, we continue on from that beautiful bucolic campsite to a sort of circuit, I think you could say, around Valle de Bravo. Would you say it was the nice part of...
Well, I think we got a bit of both. The not so nice and then the nicer side.
And by not so nice, I mean, I think we just mean like the rustic sort of real people stuff as opposed to the big, McMansions.
Yes, it's known to have very nice areas. And our first...
That was our expectation.
There was not in the nicest area.
Not exactly what we found, and I think it caught you off. So, what is this? This is where the rich people live?
Yeah. But then we end up going into Mexico City, and we go to get Tuskarossa's makeover.
Yeah, and then in the process of that, Tuskarossa won't start.
Yeah.
Stick around. So Jessica has trudged over to her pooping place over here, which is just highlighted by Whimsy's whiteness, like orbiting it. And the first thing that Jess does when she gets there is to just kind of blurt out, here! As if to announce that this is, I mean, it was a question, but it was also an announcement of here's where I'm going to poop. So that's a faux pas. Really, you just want to get there and squat down and stay out of sight. Today's destination is a small sort of village town type of community called Villalpina. It's about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Mexico City. And that's where we're going to spend our next 3-4 work days, and where Tuskarossa is also going to get a bit of a beautiful makeover.
Okay, this one's got horns.
But first we actually have to get there. We're going towards this place called Valle de Bravo, which is, I think, a reservoir, but it's a total destination spot for the wealthy of Mexico City.
Here? This? I thought we were going to go right and go down to the lake. So this is where the fancy houses are? So we're going through the north side then. Do not jump out in front of me, please. No, you stay. You stay. You stay.
Why is there a trout on my plate? Because I want to eat it. The last few days going through all these mountain areas where they sell trout, and I'm seeing it everywhere, trucha, but it's never kind of coincided for me to get one. And here now, finally at Valle de Bravo, I wanted it as an omelet. That apparently wasn't possible, so I'm going to make my own omelet creation with a couple of eggs and a trout. I clipped a little piece of grass from our campsite this morning as a memento, I suppose. The trout head was an overwhelming success. She gobbled it down as soon as she sort of figured out the mechanics of how to eat that particular object. So now we're on to a tail. We've gone through a few fins. Let's do a tail. Let's see if she's a heads or tails. Probably she's a heads and tails.
We're on our way to our cabin that we're going to be at for the week. It's in a mountainous region. It's going to be nice and cool in comparison to how hot it is out here in Valle de Bravo. But we've got about 3 hours to go. So we got quite a ways. Whimsy's been a champ. She did 3 hours today on the bike straight. And yeah, we're just going to go get some air and get her cool.
Jessie, let's see it. Don't evade us. So what happened to your face?
So as I was riding, something whacked me and stung me right in the middle of my head here. And it really hurts. It's like a big bruise now. And I finally took off my helmet and now it's all starting to swell. My eye is starting to close.
We're getting tacos because our Airbnb is in the middle of the sticks. And while they're preparing our tacos to go, they were nice enough to offer Whimsy a bone.
I've met so many faces, but when I met yours, I knew I wanna hold on to you.
I guess because of my helmet and the pressure and everything, the stinger that I got, all of the swelling has come down on my face. And so I feel like I've got, look at this, like I've got this extra bit of swelling here. My eyes are like closing up, these big poofs under here. It's gonna be a day.
We are going into Mexico City today to get a makeover for Tuskarossa. You would probably think I'm the one that needs the makeover based on how I'm looking right now. But no, Tuskarossa is getting a new paint job. And I am very excited about it. It's taken me a while to sort of decide on what exactly I wanted. Hey, but I'm very happy with my choice. And we're going to a good friend of ours, both of ours now. Greg met him years ago on his first trip. And I met him on our trip, our first trip down south. So he is going to do my custom color that I have chosen for Tuskarossa. And hopefully in about 3 days, we'll be able to pick her back up and then we'll continue on. That is Mexico City. We're here at Memo's workshop at Servicio Garrido here in Mexico City in Naucalpan. And he is going to be, and his team is going to be repainting my bike. So Tuskarossa is getting her facelift today, but we have to like just take everything off of it while they take the panels off and all of that.
So while Jess is getting Tuskarossa painted and really is like stealing the show, I'm doing a couple of small things just to take advantage. My X.WED here had like high vis in a few areas, and it was just like, it is the most amazing helmet, black and white, just absolutely gorgeous and super functional. It just looks stellar. What I don't love is the highlights, is the high vis, and so now they are no more.
Fotocopiamos todo lo que es el diseño que se va a tapar o a rediseñar.
Gabriel made a few decals that just kind of cover that up, and it kind of makes like an off color black, which looks even better. So I'm not saying that NEXX could do a better job with their helmets, but I am saying that they should talk to me about design because clearly I can one-up it. in addition to improving the NEXX design on my helmet, I'm doing two things for the bike. So Tenderfoot is getting a new auxiliary luggage rack because I have the two Tillamook's that go side by side. If you don't have anything here, they start to fall and they kind of droop right onto and put pressure on the taillights. So this auxiliary rack is going to be just big enough to support the two Tillamook's without adding a whole bunch of weight and a whole bunch of nonsense. And so here we have the bottle holder. I mean, this is really above and beyond what I was hoping for. I conceived of this bottom part and then this whole top portion that even holds the strap. Like, that was all them. They make crash guards, luggage racks, whatever you need for your bike or whatever you want for your bike, just to make it your own. And of course at GoRUFFLY we absolutely love that idea because that's what the cockpit's all about. It's not off the shelf, it's exactly what you need and the way you want it.
We're on our way to the groomer. This is Whimsy's first time being groomed because she actually looks pretty bad right now. All of the paint has sort of blended together, giving her this really gray, ugly look. So we have decided she's gonna have her first grooming experience and she's going to look white again.
We came to La Europa during our Mexico City Day visit on the off chance that they would have my favorite whiskey tin cup here.
There's no way that we're schlepping around this giant box. We're taking it out and we're just taking the items.
This is a Mexican whiskey. It's made from corn and it happens to be on promotion with the sweet liqueur that they make. One of the challenges you face when you try and find Airbnbs that are like cabins and, you know, nature sort of pleasant places and not just like modern houses, there are no outlets. And so I've had to connect our extension cord that we always bring exactly for reasons like this. And I've had to move the refrigerator so that the refrigerator can be plugged into that outlet through my extension cord and my computer can be plugged in. What that does not leave is anywhere to plug in this lovely little lamp that they've provided that just has a dangling cord with nowhere to plug it in.
We're leaving today, but it's a little bit different because I'm going in a taxi with Whimsy. Why? Because my bike is at the shop. It got painted and we're gonna go and pick it up this morning.
Primero damos una ligera lijada, quitamos calcomanías, pegamento, lavamos las piezas, desengrasamos, procedemos a aplicar primer para que no se despegue la pintura y luego procedemos a aplicar 2 manos de pintura dependiendo si lleva trazos o en otras versiones son calcomanías impresas.
En realidad se traza sobre el diseño de todas las motos. Por ejemplo, yo en esa moto también ya hice todo ese proceso.
Ya.
Yo con unas tiras tracé lo que es un rediseño como ese que está allá azul. Y ya están acá y ya está preparado todo. Ya está cortado y todo listo para sacar lo que es un nuevo diseño de esa moto.
Y ya terminando de aplicar todas las capas necesarias de pintura, procedemos a cubrirlos con un esmalte y ya procedemos a entregarle las piezas terminadas a los compañeros mecánicos para que culminen armando la moto.
Reparamos motocicletas, hacemos diseños, como bien lo dices, al gusto lo personalizamos y bueno, en algunas ocasiones hacemos cambios, el tema de aquí que traemos en tus maletas que te estás necesitando alguna pieza, aquí lo fabricamos también, hacemos los crash bar y algunas otras cositas, ¿no? Y al paso de este tiempecillo, pues hemos conocido gente como Greg y algunos otros moteros que van en ruta hacia el sur, que es más que nada lo que hemos visto, gente que está rodando del norte al sur del mundo, en la parte de América.
Let's go see my new bike.
See,
if you pull me, I'm gonna fall over.
Understand what you're saying for a word is
Look at this.
You gotta find.
Look at this purple.
Put the needle in the groove.
And my decals with the silver and the white. Now my 900 stands out. The Triumph and the round with the white and the gray. That looks fantastic.
In a world full of strangers, you don't know who to trust. All you see is danger, trying to find what you lost. You can't go it alone. Everybody needs help.
So the bike looks beautiful, but it's not starting. It's probably the sensor because they had to take the fuel out of the gas tank, and that means that they had to remove the sensor. So there might have been just something when they put it back together. So they're fixing it now.
Who ride along when the road is rough.
We could not resist the cliffhanger of Jess's bike not starting. After all, it's all about cliffhangers and clickbaity titles and thumbnails, right? Let's face it. And yet we couldn't let you go thinking that our great friends at Moto Servicio Garrido left Jess's bike not working. It was really a very momentary issue that they resolved very quickly with just, jiggling the sensor a little bit, and it was up and running beautifully. So yes, her bike is working. Moto Servicio Garrido did a wonderful job with her paint and putting it all back together, and you'll see more of it in the next episode.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Does your finger look like it could be in the thing? No? Well, I told her I've already got it figured out. Whimsy, don't like trash hump me here. What's happening? I don't need to be part of this. I wanted them to make me a trout omelet.
I couldn't hold it.
She has to figure out how to sort of wrap her chomper around the particular food object that she's been given. Once she figures it out, she will never be in question again. It goes hard-coded into the database. So I don't like the visibility, the neon highlight, high-vis stuff. Now you ask, why would I not want that since I've been hit by a chicken bus while riding? Well, there's no logic in any of this.
So with my face like this, we're going into Mexico City.
It is ultimately, what is it? Winter. We're here with my really good friend. Okay, wait, hold on.